Welcome everybody, here is Danny. This is Sick Biker Outdoor Studio. Today I'm testing for you $1,500 bike. There is 12 days left to our Polish National Championships in Cross Country Olympics, which I'm gonna start in as an amateur rider. So 12 days left. Maybe you can see the route I have here is still up and down, like cross country, very cross country track. And I'm gonna talk to you while riding, talking about $1,500 bike. I have really good example here, and then some more, not to make this video too long, will be in the description with some cons and pros. Let's just hit it and talk about it. So we're gonna go up and down. Woo! All right, so my training today is the low cadence uphills, and on the uphills I'm gonna try to talk to you. There is a couple of things you wanna have in $1,500 hardtail, mountain bike hardtail. First thing is the frame. It's gonna be aluminum alloy, not super light, under 2 kilos. The Rose console I'm riding on is alloy around 1,800 grams, which is just okay, but it's durable. Let's go down another technical section. Woo! And this uphill is super steep. Wow. So guys, this is what a $1,500 hardtail should be capable of, which is pretty much any type of terrain, any type of marathons, any type of racing you should be able to do on such a bike. Let's go slower here. So 1,800 grams a frame, nothing crazy in terms of the design. Just look at this one, all the welds, you can see those. There is no crazy smoothing, so not too much time in terms of the labor on that frame, and those walls are pretty thick. So frame isn't really super light, but I would say 1,800 grams on the components we have is more than enough even for racing. So this is the first thing you want to have. The other examples in the description will be some bikes on not as good components as my Rose Can Solo, but with maybe lighter frames. So you can choose between, I would maybe go for a lighter frame, but in terms of the components, this Rose is a perfect. It's not on sale. This is the retail price, just under $1,500, and we've got here almost full Shimano SLX components, except for the brakes, which are Diori. And that's what you want to have if the bike will be spec'd with Shimano. With SRAM, there's not so many bikes on SRAM, but I would be searching for something on SRAM GX. There will be some NX, which is a bit too low for $1,500, but it depends of course on the frame and the second important thing, which is the fork. So let's go just a bit quicker here. This is stiff. This bike can do pretty much anything. Fork. Now on my console, the one I'm testing, I have RockShox Reba, which is perfect, and there is very few bikes on the market from any brand which will have Reba in the front. You can buy normally bikes with lower models. Reba is just really perfect choice in terms of the fork. So for this price, it is absolutely the best. I would rather go for better fork and lower components, maybe like a drivetrain, but you know, this is also your choice. Reba is stiff, strong. Wow, it is so wet in here. How am I supposed to go through? Well, baby. Okay, let's try it. Pretty deep. It was raining so much. Okay, so we have RockShox Reba, maybe Recon on most of the bikes. I haven't seen many Foxes at this price point, but Reba really rules here. So solid alloy frame. If you're searching for $1,500 bike, you need something solid, because probably it will be your only one bike, so you're not spending money for full suspension and cross country. That's why a bit heavier is just okay. All right, now components. SLX crankset, SLX drivetrain, like cassette, both derailleurs and the shifters is perfect. You're gonna find in the description also bikes that will have some Diori and some XT components. Rose is more like trying to spec the bike with just one group set, so it is mostly SLX, but the brakes are Diori, and I must tell you that Diori brakes are awesome. If you have watched my review on Cannondale Trigger 2018, which was spec'd with SLX brakes, these were absolutely awesome, much better than anything I had on my FSI Cannondale, which is like Magura MT4 or 6 race, because it's different model, it's OEM. Or even SRAM Level Ultimate I have on my Merida 96 team. Diori are better, just stronger. Some riders would tell you these are like all or nothing brakes, but I do appreciate the way they work. These are just very strong, one finger operated, so I absolutely love it. Now, if the manufacturer doesn't cheat on other components like the wheels, for example, on this Rose I have DT Swiss everything, hubs, spokes and rims, and Schwalbe Racing Ralph tires. This is a complete $1,500 bike. This is 29er and the weight is approximately 12.5 kilos, which is perfect for such a bike. It's 2.5 kilos more than, for example, my FSI Cannondale or Merida 96. Yeah, you feel those 2.5 kilos, but you can do any trainings, any type of riding on such a bike. So I love it. See the brakes? It's no problem doing this. I'm now on the descent, so one finger, just one finger does this. It is awesome. Other examples, there will be some mixed, as I said. Diori and XT, you know, having XT rear derailleur and the rest of the components Diori, I would rather like to have all SLX, but it's more expensive. So Rose has made really good job, but the other bikes from Orbea, Scott and other brands I'm also featuring in this description are really cool. You don't really need anything more. I wouldn't even go for higher group sets on the bike. You can always upgrade the bike, so it's better to buy bike on Diori SLX and then find out maybe you want to have better fork, stiffer fork. Reba is very stiff, it's very good. Maybe you need to replace the saddle because this is so personal. Maybe you're gonna go for some other pedals, maybe clipless pedals with platforms which will be more comfortable for you. So there is many decisions you do after that, but the first bike, if you want to call it like kind of a budget or entry-level bike, $1,500 bike, SLX RockShox Recon Reba, it has to be air spring, no coil spring for this amount of money. You're gonna be really happy with the bike, because this bike on my trainings, pretty hard, is just doing pretty much everything I want it to do. So alloy frame, strong, and stiff. Doesn't have to be super light. Some bikes will have lighter frames and not such a high level of the components. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. This is it. My bike here testing right now is Rose Can Solo 2. Other examples in the description. If you have further questions, put those in the comments. And I'm gonna see you on the RockShox Reba review. See you, bye!